never actually recorded anything on Streamlabs, but it should be fine. All right, recording now. So, premise for this stream is that I'm gonna be analyzing three Fox Falcon sets, synchronized bad sleep. Yeah, for real. The power outage really messed up my sleep schedule. But yeah, so I have three. I have three sets lined up: two plub sets, one hack set, varying skill levels of the Falcon, but they're all good Falcons. Just in the matchup, I think some are clearly better than others. I'm going to be doing this from Fox's perspective, and maybe a little bit from Falcon since I do know the matchup on both sides. But I think I definitely know it a little better from Fox's perspective, and so we'll get into it. All right, so the first set I actually have lined up is SCJ versus Plup, which is from SCL Week 1. Now, I don't think this was actually streamed. I think this was only available on Slippy recording. But, yeah, some context going into this set. Plup is virtually undefeated versus Falcon. I think at this point he might have actually been undefeated versus Falcon. I'm not sure. I think maybe Wizzy took a couple sets locally, but as far as majors go, and this I would consider, at least to some extent, a major. Plup was undefeated versus Falcon, and I think his Fox is actually also the best. Yeah, Wizzy I do think took a couple sets off, at least off the Fox, maybe off the Sheik, but it was locally. I don't think they ever took one at a major event. So Plup's Fox is really, really good at this matchup, and he plays it differently than, say, Leffen or SFAT. Plup likes to aerial a lot, likes to move a lot, and he likes to trap Falcon, which I think is kind of necessary in the matchup. Because Falcon's out of shield options are not very good. His grab is not very good, although obviously his follow-ups off grab are very good because he has great tech chasing. So yeah, I think. Oh, CEO 2019, so it was a major, I guess. Okay, well, anyway, you got Pup versus SCJ. SCJ, I think, is of the three Falcon players at top level. I think he's actually the weakest first Fox of the three of them. But go into it. I do want to say I do analysis slightly different than a lot of people. I know a lot of people like to slow down the game to see interactions. I don't do that. Sometimes I will, but for the most part, I don't like doing that because I think it detracts from the overall positioning of the players, and I like to see how they get into certain positions. Whereas when you do it in slow mo, you're more looking at the micro interactions. I think it's also important to look at the macro, which is different than, say, Ginger or Drug Fox analysis, because I know that they like to view things on a micro level. I will be pausing a lot, though. Alright, first interaction. I always like to look at the first interaction. Pull up this drop-down laser, which I think is generally fine at higher levels. Simply because most people at high levels don't like to commit on the first interaction. So like if Falcon comes down and just short hop stomps off the platform, obviously you're kind of screwed. But the odds of a Falcon risking that are so low. The drop down laser is pretty safe. And then SUJ tries to space in there, kind of messes up, and he's already in shield. And Plup's going to aerial, and he'll probably try to look for a roll or an aerial to shield, because that's what Plup does. And he looks for a roll, finds it. Notice that Plup doesn't actually shine most of the time when he gets Falcon in shield. Finds an up tilt. Traps him at ledge. Catches the high recovery. Babysits it. I don't know how he managed to drift, but this should be a kill because this edge is really easy. And he finds it. First stock's actually really easy for Plup. He gets SJ trapped in his shield early, and then SJ never really finds his way out. Plup didn't even have to shine to get anything. Usually, as Fox, you'll find shines when you crouch cancel in there or something like that, or you catch them out of protectors with wake up shine. But SUJ Out of shield, because he's Falcon, he's just looking to roll, and he just ends up getting trapped early on, and he can't retake center, he can't reestablish his footing. Pup just overwhelms him with aerials and speed. Pup takes center as soon as SJ gets on the platform. Good read from SJ, should be dead. Nice. Called out the high up B. Pup holds center for most of the game so far. Okay, now SJ catches Fluff jumping out of shield, which I think generally aerialing out of shield in this matchup is really bad because you get clipped a lot. So Plup's using his backer to create space at the ledge, which like we're gonna watch a hack set later on, and my guess, I haven't watched that set, but my guess is that Hacks probably in that situation would roll away and go to ledge and use his ledge dash. But Plup creates space with backer because Falcon can't really contest Fox's backer up close. He has to dash and grab it, which is not hard for him. I would say of all the characters in the game, he's probably the best at whiff punishing it. Maybe Marth is up there as well. But when Falcon's up close, backer and up tilt just basically zone out Falcon, and you can use it either from center or at the ledge, which is really nice, especially when you're at low percent. If you're at higher percent, you might trade, so it's not as good, but at low percent, you can build up a lot of damage just by Falcons being too overzealous attacking at the ledge. But yeah, here, SJ reads a jump out of shield, or he covers a jump out of shield. And I think for micro situations like this, I think generally speaking, you don't want to be jumping as Fox because straight aerials net so much for Falcon. Generally speaking, you want to be rolling or wave dashing out of shield or full hopping. But Plup, I think, tried to nair at a shield or drill at a shield, and he just gets kneed. Staying on the ground is good out of shield for Falcon because a lot of his aerials hit kind of high. And you can CC like that. Like you just did with his wave dash. Again, Fluff traps him at the ledge. He doesn't commit to anything, and then he just taps it in. Really good drift from Fluff on these edge guards as well. He doesn't grab ledge. Notice that when Falcon has to up B without a double jump, you generally don't want to grab ledge unless they're going low, so you get a free shine spike. If they go high, you want to stay on stage. No, this was like a month ago, or 2 months ago. So the roll to ledge edge guard is definitely a thing, but it's just a playstyle thing. You see, so that time Plup hit the front of SJ's shield, and SJ is at the ledge. So when Falcon's at the ledge, he basically is going to do like two things, I would say. If you hit the front of his shield, he's either going to roll in, which happens like 90% of the time, or they're going to try to fish for a shield grab or stomp at a shield. And in the case of two of those, shine actually works just fine because if you do a nair shine low enough, the shine will catch a buffered roll at the shield. But actually I also went for a shield grab and then he just got pushed to ledge. That's like one of the few situations where shine's actually good. If you hit the front of their shield. If you hit the back of the shield, you never say never, but almost never would you ever want to shine the back of Falcon shield because then he gets stomped out of shield and you die. Or they roll and you kind of they get up for free. That was really good. So this is a mix-up that I really like to do versus Marth and Falcon. You shine stall here, just wait and see what they're going to do. And Falcon's only and Marth as well, their only response here is they have to go out, and in Falcon's case, he does a short up upper, and in Marth's case, he would have to go out and fair you. So this is a very, very safe shine stall. And if you notice that they're going to go on stage, they're staying on stage like SUD does here, you double jump high, and you threaten the fact that you're going to go, let me see, do I have cursor? I don't have my cursor, but you threaten like either side B high, even up B high, but side B is probably better, to top platform. And so because you're threatening that, the Marth or Falcon is usually going to jump and try to snuff out that side B to top platform. They babysit it. But while they're babysitting, the ledge becomes open. And in either of their cases, Falcon's case, he doesn't have a good move to cover ledge. But in Marth's case, he falls too slow to actually cover ledge in this position. So you actually get ledge for free. And I think Plup may have missed space a little bit, so he upbeat. He recognized that he was a little too far away. And he gets ledge. And you notice Leffen will do that a lot versus Marth as well. And the way Marth would cover it would be jab. You'd have to do a turn-on jab. Side B? No, yeah, up B's low. Yeah. I think either one would have worked, actually. Shine Soul is really, really effective versus Falcon. Because he has to commit so hard to going off stage. Good catch, good catch. Gets ledge rush on. SJ should have... Okay, if you're going to position on the side platform for the ledge dash, I don't understand why you wouldn't come down with a back air here. Okay, why did he... Like, because the point of going on the platform is to trade with the nair if you're at low percent. Like 100% of the time, I would say. So SJ should have just had a back air or an up air ready to trade with this nair and just, you know, assume it's not going to be perfect. A perfect nair. That's why you go on the side platform. But he respects the nair and then just like... Okay, SJ managed to close it out despite his terrible edge guarding. Good stomp. Call out. Missed the tech chase though. Okay. Plup goes for a Hail Mary. I say it's Hail Mary up smash. It's really not. Generally speaking, up smash versus Falcon is super, super good as long as they have at least one laser's worth of damage to knock them down. It is Fox's, I would say, strongest combo opener in the matchup. If you get a raw up smash to trade with an air or stomp, you get a tech chase into a lot of damage. Yeah, it's funny. Like SJ's edge guarding in 2014 was really bad, then it got good, and then people's recovery got much better, and now it's like still stuck in like 2016, 2017. He's like too afraid to commit, I guess. Whereas like none you'll see goes off stage a lot more, or he'll like grab ledge and just refresh on ledge with hack dashes and such. SJ doesn't really do that. Zoning. This is good from SJ. He should have just grabbed. The stop was too greedy. Nair was way too high. I think he tried to cross it up, but he just missed space into his fastball. Again, this edge guarding is like, is it gonna actually work? I guess it did. You can't complain that much, but he took damage he didn't have to take. Again, zoning with backer when SJ's in the corner, really good. That miss, but I like that Plup went for this. He had a, like Falcons love to do this. If you get them off stage, like slightly above the ledge, they'll usually double jump. And like, if they're in this situation, I would say like 70% of the time, Falcons will drift back to ledge, and you can just call it out with forward smash or dash attack or forward downward angled forward tilt or regular forward tilt, which is what Plup tries to do, and that would have closed the stock. Some Falcons here, if you've already established that you're going to cover ledge, so like air dodge to the side plat, but most of the time because you're Fox, you can actually just like dash attack ledge, and then if they air dodge up to side platform, you still get a backer. The other option is what None does, and he'll just up B, and then he'll edge cancel it because he's None. But that's like a very rare exception. Yeah, SJ is just trying to find something in the corner. He's trying to space there, but he can't find anything to set up a tech base. Going Dreamland. Pretty natural counter pick. Good slide off from SJ. Plup misses, shield up back here. Yep. Whiffs the Nair, which I'm going to go back to that actually. So in this situation here, SJ gets a CC, but it crossed up, so he couldn't actually follow up. Plup does his undershot Nair, which, if he were fighting a Marth or a Sheik, that Nair is terrible. I mean, that's getting grabbed probably 90% of the time. But versus Falcon, he actually has a really hard time with punishing really, like, undershot, but still close-ish Nairs. because his frame rate is not good enough to get an aerial out to whiff punish it, and he'd have to do a really tight dash dance to grab it. And so the second Plop misses that nair, he does a turn on up tilt, which is basically to catch the fact that SJ is not going to have a tight enough dash dance to punish it, which works most of the time. And usually in that situation, like Falcons, because they know their dash dance isn't tight enough, they'll do an aerial, and that's why up tilt's better there than say drill or shine or anything else or down tilt. See, SJ went high. Like I was saying, he did that high up B, but he didn't have an edge cancel. But flipped him the wrong way. And this should be easy at fair. SJ just acknowledges it. Missing his shines out of shield. Again, so Plop backs off here, which is kind of understandable. I do think he could have pressured a little more with shines here, just because SJ said 0, and you don't want to give him a CC aerial. An aerial to CC, but that's why Plop backed off, because he's like, okay, I have a full stock lead. If SJ is gonna do an aerial to shield, which I think he is, and he does, then shine actually isn't that great of pressure, and I mean he could have been shining and CC shined this nair, but if it were a stomp, I mean you're in a lot of trouble. So Plop just didn't want to take that risk. And because SJ said 0, you can't really get a knockdown. So he does a couple lasers to allow his up smash to knock down, and he goes for the up smash with his dash. Okay, that's a mistake. He obviously don't want to forward smash, but good knee. Good up B. He recognized the spacing that SJ was at. He actually couldn't backer this unless he hard committed, which like he could have, but if Plop side B is on that double jump, I mean, Falcon's probably dead to Shine Spike. So Plop just recognizes that up B's high to the platform, gets the shield out. Again, Plop respecting the arrows out of the corner. He recognized that SJ's going for them a lot. He's trying to space aerials in the corner. SJ gotta be faster than that. Plop just attacks at the corner. SJ was probably waiting on a roll. Good tech chasing because Plop's a Sheik main. That was really sick. Finds a random down tilt. But 70% is really good. This is when trades are favorable for Fox, actually. Yeah, again, notice Plop never does aerial shine. He'll sometimes do nair up tilt, but for the most part, he's doing nair, dash dance a little bit, come in with another nair. Good ledge goes back there. Really good spacing on that up air, otherwise I would have been trying to shield. Again, Plop locking SJ in the corner. Although SB kind of messed him up. Great angle. That was just a bad backer from SJ, honestly. I don't know why he went for that. I mean, I know why he went for it, but he should not have. He should have just rolled on and done like an upper or something. And push Plop off. Because there's no way Plop's getting ledge there. Like, at least like a sweet spot. Like he could have... Yeah, even that wasn't a sweet spot. He did get ledge. But if SJ had like... I guess he's over 100, he can't really roll on. But if SJ just like jumped back onto stage, he probably could have stomped or backered instead. And it would have been fine. But because he decided instead to go for this backer on really late notice, he just kills himself. No shine on the shield and Plop. Okay. Slide off. Good slide off again, but again, this is extra and just... Okay. No. What is this? Oh my goodness. This is a guarantee. You get this get up attack as any character. This is a guaranteed kill. Okay. As Fox, you go down an Armada Shine. As Falcon, you jump back. You don't grab ledge here. You do a weak knee. Or a reverse weak knee. Either way, you get a weak knee on the Armada timing. And he just dies. Like, you can't do anything. You don't grab ledge there again. That's like a 2014 edge card. You don't grab ledge there either at any point. And we're gonna watch a Nun set later, Plop Nun, where I'm pretty sure Nun gets this situation like 1,000 times. It's been a while since I watched that set, but I know how Nun edge cards, and Nun will get that soft knee. Instead, you get this. You get trapped in the corner with no shield. Gets lucky that Plup air dodges, but I mean that's such a bad situation. That could have very easily been a 2-stock lead for Plup. Again, Plup actually could have covered that with dash attack. That's the same double jump that we talked about earlier, except this one's from a little lower. But I'm pretty sure Plup could have dash attacked it. Gotten like a weak dash attack into a shine spike. There's the high up B. Like, Falcon really does not have options. No shine out of shield from Plup. I wonder if Plup is just not comfortable wave shining out of shield. Again, like, what are these edge guards? Like, this is why I think SJ is the weakest of the three at Curse Fox. And it's like not even close. Okay, I like that. Forward throw grab ledge. Okay, try to cheese him. I don't know. I feel like SJ's done enough of these same kinds of double jumps, except that one was faded back a little more, that if you do this forward throw and you see them DI away, as SJ did. Oh no, actually he DI'd up. But if you see this DI, you basically have a 50-50. And the 50-50 is either they do a double jump aerial or they double jump to ledge. And Plup, I guess, expected him to double jump aerial, even though SJ has not done that. And SJ is on last stock, so I don't think he would do it in this situation. But Plup did think that for whatever reason. And the forward smash will trade with the up air. And then you get enough time usually to tech and then get your shine spike or back, or at least into a shine spike. If you think they're going to go to ledge, you just grab ledge. And then if they're really, really good, like I know Shroomed, in the same situation with Sheik, he'll do like he'll air dodge on reaction. But if they don't air dodge on reaction, you get a free shine spike. Because you're in goal at that point. And if they do air dodge, you get a back air shine. So either way, I mean, they're pretty screwed if you just get the right read. Yep. Okay, that was crazy. But Plup is just out-maneuvering SJ and forcing SJ into shield. That should be an E like 80% of the time. I don't know why SJ didn't confirm that. Okay. Bench slows it out at least. Just backer. Doesn't get a shield up for the detectors. Misses dash. Should've just shield grabbed that stomp. Up air. I don't know why he did that to up smash, but whatever. Yeah. So, high percent Falcon, which we haven't seen much of. Instead of using Shine, Plup's using Jab, which is like a Sheik thing, but it's still very effective. He does a Tomahawk Jab. Every time he sees SJ in shield, he's just expecting, okay, SJ is waiting for a Shine to react to so he can roll out of there. So I'm not going to give him the Shine. And I'm not going to give him an aerial to shield grab. I'm going to try to make it as hard for him as possible to guess what I'm going to do. And in this case, that hardest thing to react to is Tomahawk. You can do Tomahawk grab, although SJ actually rolled out of this. Or you can do Tomahawk jab to maybe get a knockdown or something. And thanks for the follow, Nexus. Power shield jab. Okay. Plup just really good. I think Plup kind of messed this up. Yeah, he was really slow in getting the ledge. He held his shine for way too long. He probably could have gotten ledge first, but it's whatever. Okay, that's bad. SJ has to get this kill. And he does. Okay. If you're fighting high percent Falcon, you're basically just looking for narrow backer to trade, or the Tomahawk stuff, something to mix him up on shield. I just should have grabbed or stomped that. That was really bad. But I like that. So, Plup recognizes SJ empty lands, and so basically there are two things SJ is going to do here. Either he's going to come in and grab / run through him, or he's going to space aerials. And in this case, I think because SJ has a lead, you can kind of expect that he's going to try to take center or grab and try to extend it, rather than go for a risky aerial, which could get shined at his shield and put him to ledge. So Plup knows this, and he does, instead of doing like a backer or a wave dash out of shield or roll, he does a drill, which catches him running through. Now, SJ did ASTI it, so he didn't really get anything, but it was a really good idea, I think. Okay. SJ edge guards by not edge guarding. Instead, just going for punish. Oh, I like this. I like this punish. Really like this. I can't believe that backer missed. That was a good punish from Plop. He just kind of choked the edge guard. Good forward tilt. That's it. Yeah, Plop didn't shine stall. Yeah, I don't know what Plop was going for here. I guess Plop was doing that same mix-up he did earlier, and SJ just called him out for it. But if you're in this situation, and you get forward tilted here, you shine stall here, and you wait to see what Falcon's gonna do. Because Falcon either has to run off stage, or he has to stay on stage, right? Those are his two options. And he doesn't have a good option to cover ledge from on stage. Forward tilt's his best option, but you as the Fox have the benefit of execution, so you should be getting that sweet spot or air dodging up or something, right? Like, you actually have the benefit of the mix-up. It's not Marth. If it were Marth, it's a little more nebulous as to what you should do here. But as Fox versus Falcon, should shine stall. Wait to see what Falcon's going to do. And the second you see him do this knee, you do either like a shine stall double jump air dodge up to avoid the knee, or if you're unlucky enough to actually get hit by this knee, you at least still have your double jump. But Plup had neither, and so he just dies. Fountain makes sense. Although I would have imagined Plup to be more of a Yoshi's kind of guy. That was a very Samus combo. Double nair. Off running off the platform. I don't like that. I think you forward though there. And if you do up throw, you do backer. Because that platform's in the way. It's not FD. Where you get that free tech chase. I don't like down tilt versus Falcon. It's loses to stomp really, really hard, and it's kind of laggy, so they can usually just take center even if they don't get a hard punish. Like that. See, this is what I was talking about earlier in the first game, where when Falcon does that up B, you still get follow-ups anyway. Right? You do the forward smash or dash attack, cover ledge, and then if they up B high, you still get aerials with your Fox. Okay, he messed that up. Probably should have been like a shine backer, or like a shine turnaround backer. I like that nair a lot. Oh, you gotta be ready for that. This is 2021 melee. You have to be ready for the fact they're gonna honest attack that nair. If they're landing on the platform as Falcon or Sheik, you just have to expect that they're gonna honest attack whatever aerial you throw out, and just be ready to throw another one out. Like the full hop backer. Okay, you probably could have waited for enough to finish that. It wasn't close enough to the ledge where Falcon does that weird thing where it pops him up. I think he could have gotten away from enough to finish, but he closed it out anyway. CC jabs, really good response from SJ on that backer. Although Plup I think missed his fastball or something. Calls out the double jump, but can't really position perfectly for it. Again, trapping SJ in the corner, not with like shine pressure and such, but with just aerials and movement. Very, very important. Ledge dash. Oh, he does the S-Bat dash. Forward throw. Good. That's hard for Falcon edge guard. If you dip low here, the second Falcon grabs ledge, and you dip just okay. Well, actually, this up B wasn't that great, but if he should have dipped a little lower than this, so that way SJ can't do a drop from ledge backer, or drop from ledge double jump backer, which SJ had been going for earlier. If you drop a little lower, especially on Fountain, it's really hard for Falcon to edge guard this. Because he basically has to recognize, okay, you're too low for me to back air, so I have to get on stage with like a hack dash or something, or a ledge dash, and then stomp you. And then because it's Fountain, you're gonna tech it, or land on stage because the lip is weird. But he just calls out that Pup's gonna go to ledge. That's like just a guess. I don't like that. Oh, okay, so he had already jumped. Pup should not have jumped there. It doesn't really cover anything when Falcon is that close to ledge. Like if Falcon were a little further away, I would understand maybe you want to do like a jump, like a full hop nair, and like barely cover the edge. But when Falcon's this close, you don't jump here. You just dash attack the ledge. I don't know why he jumped. Okay, gets a shine grab. It's like the first shine pressure I've seen all set. And it worked. Okay, he could have covered that. You see Falcon at this position, and you're at 0% as Fox, you went up and you CC. And if they're going to do an aerial, you crouch. And then if Falcon double jumps here, like he did, you get an F tilt, or a dash attack, or a jab, or whatever you want to cover this ledge. I don't know why Plup just kind of did nothing. Again, more tomahawk pressure when Falcon's at high percent. Didn't press forward on the joystick to get a forward tilt, but he closes it. And he's up 3 stocks to 1, so like you can't really complain at this level of play. Really bad DI from SJ. I do an up tilt grab, and it's really bad. It doesn't actually work. If Falcon just holds up, or pretty much any direction, I'm pretty sure you can get out of this. You just like mash double jump, and you're good. But instead, because he lands with the 4 frames of landing lag, and so he gets grabbed. That's really nice from Club, and I think SJST. But this right here, SJ does it a backer. Plup, instead of attacking on top of the backer, just runs through him and does an overshoot nair to catch the dash back, and SJST. Pretty bad set from SJ, honestly, but Plup played it mostly well. That was a rough game. Alright, I'm going to move on to another set between 2 of my favorite players, and I've never actually seen this set. I'm going to see Hacks versus Bab. Now, Bab is like my level. Maybe slightly better, but hard to say. Bab hardly enters anything. Hopefully this full screen. Okay. So Hacks is another Falcon, another Fox that's really good against Falcon. Mostly because he played Falcon. But he plays it a little differently. You will see more shine pressure from Hacks than you did from Plup. Plup likes to trap a lot. Hacks relies a lot more on overwhelming with tech skill and spacing. Plup uses hitboxes, whereas I feel like Hacks is more of a... Plup uses movement, and Hacks is more the type to use hitboxes. He'll do like short hop, nair, retreating, back air, retreating. A lot of things to just either trade with Falcon's weaker aerials, like nair, or just call out his slower aerials, like stomp. And he just nickels and dimes. And then when he gets Falcon off stage, he hits really, really hard off shine punishes, which you didn't really see much from Plup.